Yo, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. This is just going to be a quick tutorial on how to make your own custom drift park, Gymkhana freestyle park, whatever you want to call it, on Forza Horizon 4. So first off, you want to go into your Horizon Super7 challenge creator, click create challenge, and then you want to set it to skill score, and basically that means that it'll be a free roam event, so there's no limits on where you can drive, you can go wherever you want. And then you just set it to whatever time of day, whatever kind of weather or season you want, and also how long you want the track to last. So for this I've gone on 3 minutes. Then just choose the kind of whatever setting you want for the music. I just go with track unchanged, so whatever they had on before starting the track, that's the music that will carry on playing. And now when you're making a drift park or a Gymkhana freestyle track, whatever you want to call it, you've got two options. You can either find a location on the map with a big wide open area like this, with preferably tarmac. There's not many on the map, and the tarmac's not always that good, as you can see with this one here. It's kind of bumpy and got puddles and stuff. I'm going to show you a way later in the video where you can sort of make your own tarmac surface to create your own drift park, like floating in the sky or on the water or anywhere like this. But if you're going to use a location on the map, just make sure that you block it off so that the players can't sort of escape your drift park and then go out into the wider map. The best way to block off your area is to use the mega ramp and sort of sink it into the floor a little bit like this, and then you get a huge giant fence. You can use anything you want, as you can see, trains and trucks, to block off the area to use as a fence, but the most efficient way to do it and the quickest way is to use the mega ramp. Then once you've closed your area off, you just fill it up with stuff to drift around, and there you have your Gymkhana or drift park. Now the second way you can create your own freestyle drift park or Gymkhana park is you can go to an open space on the map that's not flat and not tarmacked, and you can make it tarmacked. For example, you could make your own drift park that's floating in the sky or floating on the water like this, and all you want to do is you want to make sure that wherever your spawn location is, which will always be a road, you sort of guide the player or block off any other ways to get out of the map. So here I've just blocked it off so that basically it leads people to this kind of dock, and basically it's going to guide them straight up to my drift park that's going to be floating on the water. So now I've tried lots of different ways to do this, and the best way and the most efficient way that uses a small amount of the budget, so the amount of items that you can put down on the track before you reach the limit, the best way to make your own tarmac is to use the trucks basically, and the top part of the truck as a surface to drive on, as a tarmac. You can use other stuff like ramps, but the trucks are the only way to get a nice smooth surface that sounds like tarmac and drives like tarmac. And it's actually surprising, you can make quite a big area to make a drift park on. Here's a little example of one of my finished drift parks, and as you can see from the size of the car in the middle, you know, these parks that you can create, they're pretty big. You know, the sort of areas that you can create in the sky or floating in the water is quite big, and you can do a lot with it. And you know, you can always add more to it. As you can see here, that's only 60% of the budget, and you know, you've got a huge area there. You could still make that a lot bigger, and then you can add loads more stuff on top of it as you know, decorations and things to drift around. So once you've blocked off your drift park area on the map, or you've made your own surface like this, floating in the water or in the sky, then it's time to add your actual obstacles to drift around. One of the best things to use is the storage containers or the crates. Another cool thing is you can use the pipes, and you can turn them 90 degrees and then use it as a kind of thing to do donuts around. There's also lots of other objects that you can flip upside down, and there's like a circle on the bottom that you can use to do donuts around, or figure of eights. It's all about kind of being creative with the limited amount of obstacles that you've got on the Super7 editor. So you can make like little tunnels with these crates and kind of different drifting sections. Obviously you can see there figure of eight, stuff to do donuts and slalom drifts around and all that sort of stuff. We've got a ramp just to spice it up a bit and to make it more fun. And then here's the other area. This was just a quick kind of demonstration, just chucking stuff all over the place just to show you the different uses of stuff. And yeah, you always want to kind of get a nice flow to your map, use as much different obstacles as you can, and yeah, make it look nice, make it feel nice, make it so that you've got lots of different drifting lines that you can take, and yeah, just try and make a good use of the space that you've got, the limited amount of items you've got. You know, turn stuff on its side, turn it upside down, you know, do weird stuff with, you know, normal things like put trucks up on stilts, like here you can see I can drift underneath it, make your own little tunnels. Just be creative with what you've got, and make it so that you've got, yeah, kind of flow or a rhythm or a circuit that you can take. So for this track I can go around in circles, I can do the jump and do a 180 and come back and then drift around and jump again and take a different line. There's loads of different things I can do on this map, and the more kind of different features you add, like little single track lines or jumps or tunnels, and like one thing that you add to the track might create 10 different lines that you can do. So just put as much stuff down as you can, make sure it flows well, and make sure it looks nice. And then all there is left to do is to test drive the track. So to set a skill score in the time limit, try and set it kind of low or easy, so that when other people try your track they can do it without failing it and having to retry it, because they might give you a bad rating. But yeah, once you've done that, then all you've got to do is edit your title, edit your description. You can obviously retry it to set a different score if you thought it was too high or too low. Then you can also go back into the editor from here if you want to. You can change the time of day, all that sort of stuff that you did earlier, and you can also change the time limit on the track. And then if you're happy with it, that's it. You just click publish and your track will be uploaded. You can play it as many times as you want. It'll be shared to everyone on Forza. They can like it or dislike it and share it. And yeah, hopefully soon Forza adds the ability to play these with other players, so like a multiplayer version of this. Because imagine, you know, getting all your friends onto one of these floating drift parks and just drifting around for a couple of minutes. That'd be one of the coolest things you could do on Forza. So hoping that definitely the developers bring that in soon. I don't see why they couldn't, because you can do multiplayer races and that works fine. So why couldn't you do multiplayer custom tracks? So fingers crossed we'll see that soon. And that's it for this video. Hope that's helped you out. If it has, drop a like and subscribe for more videos like this. Peace.